Welcome to the Mafia Sports Report. I am your host, Tommy. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit that thumbs up. Oh, you guys. Oh, Bills Mafia. What an interesting week we have had. Not a good one. Not a good one. So let's just start with it right away. Right? Let's bring it on up. The NFL came out with the COVID-19 protocol, and players are not happy. Coaches are not happy as well. Some assistants already opted out this season. So this isn't just a Buffalo Bills Cole Beasley thing that everybody wants to rag on him because he's outspoken about not getting vaccinated. Now it's coming out that many players, many even coaches, don't want to get the vaccine. And I guess Cole Beasley is just the guy that's beating the drum the loudest. And, unfortunately, for him, he's getting the backfall to it, right? Hold on, Dwight. What do you think's going to happen to Beasley? Do you think he wants to get out, get cut? Okay, good question. This is what I'm going to get to too, and it's really interesting, Dwight. You got NFL is in a sticky situation with this. Very sticky situation. I don't think Cole's going to get cut because he's too good to get cut. It's not going to happen, right? I just don't see it happening. But the NFL in whole they're in a little trouble, and I'm going to explain why. So the NFL came out before the protocol, and they said players, it's not mandated. They don't have to get the vaccine, right? So you don't have to get it. We're not forcing you to get it. But then they came out with these protocols. They're basically forcing their hand to get it. Now, here's the sticky situation. What if a player gets cut? Let's just say, forget Cole Beasley. Let's just say whoever, whatever player. And he's not vaccinated. And he claims he got cut only because he didn't get vaccinated. Could there be lawsuits? I'll bet you that there's going to be future lawsuits for the NFL and the teams because of this. This is not good. Like this is not good for the NFL. I'm going to tell you right now. Don't be surprised if there's a strike. I don't think this season, but next season, here's the deal. They got the NFLPA for a reason. The NFLPA was not apparently informed about this, the new protocols. And now you see big time players coming out saying, I may not play, right? DeAndre Hopkins, top 5 receiver in the NFL, correct? And he's already saying, I don't know. I don't know about my future in the NFL. That's not good. That's not good. Dwight, I could see that happening NFL walking a fine line. Exactly. Big time. I don't think so. You got MLB, NBA. I don't think they set the same protocols as the NFL. Right? So they're walking on super thin ice. And if you go, let's backtrack when Brandon Beane made a statement saying, hey, if I could, I'd cut players that didn't get vaccinated. That's why the NFL stepped in and said, Brandon Beane, shut the fuck up. Why? Because you could potentially get a lawsuit. It's very possible. So why do you think Cole Beasley's like, go ahead, cut me? I'm telling you right now, it ain't going to happen. But it's going to be interesting on the players that aren't big-time players that could say, hey, I should have made the team, but because I didn't get vaccinated, they basically fired me. Not good. So, speaking on the Buffalo Bills in this situation, As far as the team chemistry now goes, because yes, as you guys know, if you've been following, Cole Beasley's very outgoing on Twitter, though I have a feeling it's almost like he's trolling at this point, to be honest with you. I kind of feel like he's just kind of now having fun with it instead of just being real. Like, I think the Feliciano tweet, I almost feel like that was a troll tweet just to get people hyped up on Twitter. I swear. Now, maybe he believes that, what he said. It's possible. But I kind of feel like at this point, they're having fun with it. I swear to you. Because it's a little crazy that they're being so just ridiculous about it, I guess you could say, right? Because if you look at the rest of the team, they're quiet. Like nobody's saying nothing. And I'll tell you another interesting point. So Pat McAfee show had like I forget his name, Dwight something on there. And he said there's one NFL team that has 8 players on there that he knows. He didn't name them. That said there's 8 players on a team that will never get vaccinated. Never, ever, ever. And 7 of those 8, 7 out of the 8 players are players that would never get cut, meaning they are top dog players on that team. And then Pat McAfee kind of referred to probably the Buffalo Bills. And I will tell you, it's probably Josh Allen, one of those guys. I just have a feeling Josh Allen's one of them. Cole Beasley's another one. Who I think Jordan Poyer probably is another one that didn't get it. So I don't think that the locker room's going to get divided at all. These guys have all been playing with each other for many seasons now on the same squad. This is the same team. I don't think they're going to be in the locker room throwing chairs anytime soon. Jerry Hughes, even though he got into it a little bit with Cole Beasley, though, I don't think that was that bad as what it looked like or seemed like. I just think it was, hey, difference of opinion, and they're talking it out. Now, should they talk on Twitter? Probably not. Probably better like DM, like private message talk or like on the phone or text or. But hey, it is what it is. This is the world we're living in, guys. By the way, and it's crazy because I'm 42. I'm a 90s kid, 90s guy, kid. And it was no social media back then, right? AOL was like the thing, right? Like, other than that, there was no Twitter. There was nobody could voice their opinion where the world can see it, right? Nobody, right? The only way, like, you know, athletes could voice their opinion was what? Through the news outlet, newspaper. So it wasn't that big of a deal, right? Didn't like create this big, like, oh my God. And what's also different is nowadays people are very, like, you can't say, what's the word I'm looking for? People are like, they get hurt easily, right? Like, people, their feelings get hurt quick, right? Like, so even though everyone says, oh, you can voice your opinion, everybody has the right to their own opinion. Everybody can say anything they want, but people's feelings get hurt so quick, right? Everybody's so sensitive. That's the word, sensitive. Everything is sensitive now, right? Everything. Like, I feel bad for like comedians and like comedy movies. Like, remember, like I like comedians that are like edgy, right? Can they even be edgy now? Like, can a comedian be edgy? I don't think so, because today's day and age, they're going to blast you online. They're going to try to get you off the air. Like, it's crazy, like, how sensitive we're living in, but yet how free you could talk to everybody. So it's like, you're screwed when it comes to that. What are you saying, Dwight? Everyone's so yes, everyone. Like, you can't, like, I don't know if you've watched like The Office or like you ever watched the movie The Airplane. Like, that would never, like, I don't think those type of show or movie can even happen anymore, because people were like, oh my God. Like, like it's just a different time, man. It's crazy. So back to the Twitter. Listen, Cole Beasley obviously don't give a shit what anyone says, and that's his right. I don't think this is going to mess with the team chemistry. I just don't. I think, listen, camp starts, I believe, next week. That is it. I think all these players are going to be off Twitter. Matter of fact, I think even Beasley and I think Diggs tweeted out, this is it. I'm just getting my last tweets in until when camp starts, and that's it. That's a wrap. So I think that's it. Now, will they have like some kind of team meeting behind closed doors that they won't tell the media about or anybody? Probably. Like, I would assume that they're going to go, like, McDermott's going to be like, all right, let's just talk about this. Let's just get this out in the air, blah, 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 blah. That doesn't mean people are going to be like, change your opinion on what they want to do. It is what it is. But if you want to air it out, air it out. They'll probably have an in-house meeting, whatever the hell you want to call it, in-home, in-house, in-camp meeting with everybody just saying, hey, here's how I feel about it. This is why I'm not taking it. This is just how I feel. And you can't, listen, if they feel that way, they feel that way. It's an injection, man. This goes in your body forever. Like, this is it. Right? So that's a big decision. This isn't like buying a pair of headphones, like this is something that's going in your body, right? So it's easier said than done from the outside. Like, of course, we all could be like, just get it done, man. It's just a shot. Who cares? Like, but no, man, like, it's not just a shot. It's something that stays in your system. And not everybody's comfortable with that. And I understand that. Like, I'm in the middle with everything. Like, I'll take listen, if I may not agree with you, but I'm not going to be like pissed off about it. Right? Like, agree to disagree. It's cool. Like, we all have that, right? Like, people get so offended when you don't see their point of view. And it's just wild to me, like, that people get so angry at somebody else's opinion if it's not the same as what they're thinking. It's wild, man. Listen, everybody has that right, man. We are all unique. We are all different. We all have different ways of thinking. Doesn't mean I agree with it, but if you agree with it and that's how you feel, man. Like, and it's a touchy subject, man. Like, the COVID thing is like politics now. It's like religion. Like, there's people that are just crazy. Like, they are. Like, let's be real here. If we're going to be real, let's be real. There's people that are just, they're loony. Something's going on. Like, if to get that mad, there's something going on mentally with you. Like, no joke. There's something wrong with you. So, the NFL, the protocols, listen, ridiculous in my opinion. I think it's crazy. Because if they were going to do these protocols, they should have done them last season when we played Tennessee. And Tennessee clearly didn't follow the protocols. Clearly. Right? We had a way. And we had a way. And we didn't know who we were playing. And then they got caught training when they weren't supposed to be training. Why wasn't that game suspended? Why didn't they take the L on that? Why did we have to suffer? Like, listen, go back to that 2020 season. I swear to you, pretty much every team followed the guidelines except for the Tennessee Titans. Clearly, they got busted, right? And we paid the price. There was no fines, not that I'm aware of, right? Let me see, Dwight. I don't see the protocols lasting the entire season. Yeah, so Dwight. So NFL's, listen, it's all about money. And if something happens, they'll make a little room adjustment. I don't think they're going to just automatically forfeit a game. We're talking big money here. Big money. Okay? The NFL owners, they ain't playing that shit, right? Like, they'll make some kind of arrangement if they have to push it a day. And really, let's go back to last season. The Tennessee Titans were the only team that really should have been disqualified. They're the only team. Other than that, what was it? Maybe one more team that got pushed back a couple of days. Other than that, it wasn't. I think it was like a 0.8% COVID, like out of the whole NFL, it was really low, like really low. Look at the Buffalo Bills. I think we had like 2 or 3 players at most through the whole season, right? It was Dawson Knox, I think, got it. And then I think Tommy Sweeney got it. And Tommy Sweeney got it really early. And I think it actually helped him because he had some kind of like something wrong with him that they found out. So that's like kind of was a good thing that he got it since they found out he had some kind of medical issue. So, I guess it worked out for Tommy. But yeah, so basically what they're saying is if you're vaccinated and you test positive for COVID, it's a 24-hour wait. And then if you're not, it's like a 10-day grace period. So pretty much you're missing a week. And then if a team gets like, if it's spread throughout the whole team and they got a forfeit, then both teams forfeit. No, the team that calls it forfeits, they take the L, but both teams lose their paycheck. That's huge. That's why players are like, yo, I don't know about this. And then there's fines, right? Not good. I don't like that. I don't. Just follow the damn protocols. That's all. We did it last season. There was no breakouts except for Tennessee because they didn't follow the protocol. I am sure Cole Beasley will follow the protocol just like he did last season. Cole Beasley was fine last season. Nobody said shit about last season. It's a new season. It's fine. He's not out at clubs, close to people. Like, I can't see that happening. I would assume that he's going to be smart about this. Like the whole team, they're not dumb. Like they need their paychecks too. So yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see how this plays out, but it is what it is. I think this thing is going to get swept under the rug once training camp starts. It's just, listen, there's not much going on right now. People are looking for a story, man. People are pissed. I'm not mad. Hey, give me something to talk about, right? So, whatever. Moving on. Listen, I don't know how long y'all been fans for. So, I've been fans since 1989, like for a long time. So yeah, I lived through, 4 or 5 really good seasons, though we didn't win the Super Bowl. So it was like good, but yet upsetting, right? Like at the same time, like, but right? And the late 90s came in and we were god awful. We were just, and being a diehard Buffalo fan, what do we always say? This is the season. This is the coach. I like this guy. New hire. This is going to be the guy. This quarterback, he has it. This pickup, this running back, that draft pick, this GM, like, we got it this season. Oh, we started 3-0. We were going to the Super Bowl. Oh, we finished 6-11 or whatever. 6-10. You know what I mean? Like, oh, yikes. Right? Like, it's just how it is. Let's just say here. This is Super Bowl 25 minute. There you go, buddy. so you know how it feels, Dwight. You've gone through this, but as a Bills fan, right, you got to stay positive, right? You got to say this is the season. Like, this is it. We're going all the way. Like, Willis McGahee, this guy, this pick, that is just like, oh man, it's like whatever. Eventually became like a joke, like, but whatever. I was still optimistic. But anyways, back to the 2002 Buffalo Bills. Okay, we finished 8-8 that season. You guys, did you see the damn roster, the offensive roster? Freaking unbelievable. Okay, Drew Bledsoe, I think he had like 4,500 yards passing. Damn good. Travis Henry had, I think, 1,400 yards rushing. Eric Moulds had like close to 1,300 yards receiving. Peerless Price had a little over 1,200 yards receiving. And then I think Josh Reed had like a little over 500, then whatever, the rest of the players. That's a hell of a stat line. Like, to finish 8-8, like, what the hell happened there? Oh, the defense. The defense was terrible. It's like, and guess who the coach was? Greg Williams, a defensive mastermind. We had the 28th ranked defense. Like, this is what I mean about it starts from the top, the GM to the coach, then the players. Like, clearly, this guy's a freaking awful coach. And I don't even think he's a great defensive coordinator. I have no idea where that came from, that this guy is just the defensive guru. You know, he's just a master at defense. No, he's not, because we were awful. And we didn't, listen, that defense wasn't that bad. We had Aaron Schobel, Nate Clements. I mean, we had some decent players on that defense. We had oh God, what's his name? He's like a borderline Hall of Famer now. Let me look at his name. God, I'm going blank here. You guys know him. I'll tell you right now. Name. Let me see here. I can't believe I'm drawing a blank because I really like the guy. He's borderline Hall of Famer. Played for Washington. Let's see here. Oh, it's gonna drive me. Anybody know? No. What is that? No depth on defense. I mean, not really. I mean, the defense wasn't that bad. Like, I'm trying to look at the defense now. So look. Okay, Nate Clements. He was a solid cornerback, man. London Fletcher. That was his name. Hello? Dude, that guy's a borderline Hall of Famer. We had a borderline, and it wasn't like he was at the end of his career when he played for us. Okay? Aaron Schobel, solid player. Like, the defense wasn't that bad to be ranked 28th. I mean, honestly, it wasn't that bad. I just think we had a terrible coach. That's just a fact. So that just proves to you right there why a team with a high-powered offense and a decent defense could go 8-8. 8-8. Like, we should have made the playoffs there. No doubt. Like, all those bad seasons, you would figure that season would be a season we would go to the playoffs. That's a 10-win team. That is easily a 10-win team. But the freaking terrible coach, man. God-awful coach. Yes, Fletcher was good. Yeah, dude, Fletcher was a beast, man. I mean, look back at those Buffalo teams. We always had decent play. We had Tikio Spikes, Nate Clement. I mean, we had pretty solid teams. It just goes back to coaching, man. It goes back to the GM. It goes back to overpaying players, right? That's where Buffalo always failed at. Always. We can never get it right. Finally, we did. And now do you see the outcome? That's all it took was a good GM and a coach to change the whole team. They're only 4 seasons into this. We were terrible before McDermott got here. We were shifting quarterbacks. Tyrod Taylor, this guy, that guy. We didn't know what Kyle Orton. Let's see. No, I'm good, man. I'm retiring after. Like I was like, Tyrod Taylor, dude, Sammy Watkins. Let's just trade up. Let's get rid of everybody. Let's get Sammy Watkins. Oh, man. Just bad. But you guys, thank God, now we're good to go. We got these guys locked in. We got the coach locked in. We just extended him. We just extended Brandon Beane. This is what makes it exciting to be a Bills fan right now. We are finally good. Like I don't have a worry right now as far as the future. Right? This isn't like, oh man, we need to win it this season or else. Like, this is McDermott could leave after the season, or Beane could be gone. No, man, they're here to stay. They're here a little while. We're good, and that's what makes this team really exciting to me. We're a Super Bowl team. We're 100% a Super Bowl team. We need to jump KC, no doubt about it. We have to knock them off. We have to. There's obviously no other way. Honestly, I don't care about anybody else in the AFC right now. It's all about beating the Chiefs in the playoffs because we're going to face them again. I don't see another team beating him. The only other team right now that's kind of worries me is the Titans. And I say kind of because Ryan Tannehill, he's good, but he's not great. He's a doable starting quarterback in the NFL, right? But Josh Allen is better. He's way better. Okay, he's a top 5 quarterback. Ryan Tannehill is probably, I would say, top 15, somewhere in the 15 range, right? Because he's in the middle of the pack, in my opinion. Dwight. It's great being able to talk trash during the season Super Bowl bound. Oh, dude, definitely. Like, you're gonna have a blast this season. You're gonna have a blast next season. I mean, this is, man. We lock players up. Wait till Josh gets locked up, because Josh's not going nowhere. Tremaine Edmonds, I believe they're gonna lock him up. They really like Edmonds. And then, man, sky's the limit, man. We have a lot of young talent on this team, man. Like, that's super exciting, man. Gregory Rousseau, man, dude, this guy has so much potential. You just don't understand. You're gonna see it in preseason. You're gonna see just a little bit, and I'm telling you, man, give this guy a couple seasons, man, and he's gonna be a dog, man, a dog. Boogie too, man. Boogie, I just think Rousseau has a higher ceiling than Boogie, but I think Boogie could be a solid player for the team. You get what I'm saying? So I think Boogie is solid, but I think Rousseau could be special. That's the difference between the two, right? In my opinion. So my next thing, and I gotta talk about this, and I've been saying this for the longest time. Eric Moulds should be on the Buffalo Bills Wall of Fame. It is long overdue. Long overdue. Way past overdue. Like, I'm angry about it. Okay? Listen, the guy played for us for 10 seasons on awful teams. He's played for, I believe, 5 or 6 different quarterbacks. I think 3 different coaches, 2 different GMs, I believe. And the guy put up nearly 10,000 yards playing for the Buffalo Bills. He could have left any time during his career. Like, he had a chance to bounce out. And what did he do? He stayed. He stayed true to Buffalo on those terrible teams. And he put up nearly 10,000. Did you see he averaged 20.4, I believe, in 2000 and what year was it? 2003 or something like that. Listen, guys, that's not easy to do. He's our number 2 all-time Buffalo Bills receiver, just behind Andre Reed. They're close, about 3,000 yards different. I think Andre Reed has 13,000. Moulds has almost 10,000. It's like 9,000 something. The next closest is Lee Evans at 5,000. It's not even close. That's it. The rest is like 3,000. 2,500. It's not even close. Dwight, yes, Moulds in the beginning. Yes. Thank you. 100%. Like, of course, other Bills fans are like, Cornelius Bennett. Okay. I get it. But stat-wise, right, on playing, and not only that, playing on terrible teams and sticking to the team, he could have left. But no. Right? Cornelius Bennett played on unbelievable Super Bowl teams. Of course he's staying with that. Of course he is. He also played with Bruce Smith, a Hall of Famer, who is, that sack record will never, ever be broken. Ever. I don't care. It's not happening. So he played with a hell of a team. Eric Moulds had different quarterbacks every other season. A different coach, a different offensive coordinator, that's very tough to deal with. Like, if I'm a player, I'm like, yo, what the hell is going on here? Like, I am out of it. This is a mess. This is a disaster. Like, why would I continue to play for this team when they can't even figure out the damn head coach or which quarterback's throwing to me? It's crazy. Oh, Doug Flutie, thanks, man. Oh, we're having a great, this is great. Like, we work well together. Oh, no, but it's Rob Johnson's turn now. What? No, now it's this guy now. Oh no, that you know that head coach is not working out. We're going to bring a whole new system in for you, and he stuck with it, man. 10 seasons, and he put up really hella good numbers. Borderline Hall of Fame, in my opinion. Really damn good. He deserves to be on there. If he doesn't, I don't get it. What else can the guy do? Like, and I get it. You know, Fred Jackson, unbelievable. But did he put up what Eric Moulds did? Was he here as long? I don't know. I had to check. I don't think so. Okay, he certainly didn't put up those kind of numbers. Um, yeah, freaking Rob Johnson, hated Rob Johnson. Like he killed the team. Like, you know, that bad luck game where we got screwed against Titans. I blame that on Rob Johnson. It's all his fault. Like we would have won that game easily with Doug Flutie. We had it going. We were rolling with Doug Flutie. Were we a Super Bowl team? I don't know. But we should have beaten that team easily if Flutie was playing. It man, see what I mean? That's exactly what I'm talking about. The GM and the coaching, man. Like that's how you ruin a team, man. But yeah, it is what it is, man. But anyways, man, get this guy on. Like I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep preaching this until they put him on the Wall of Fame. Because right now, I believe he deserves it over anyone else that's gonna be mentioned. Over Kyle Williams. I'm sorry. I love Kyle Williams. I do. But he did play better and Kyle Williams good. But he didn't put up Eric. He wasn't Eric Moulds good. Fred Jackson, another Stevie Johnson, nowhere even close. Nowhere even close. I don't even want to hear about Stevie Johnson. I like Stevie Johnson. I do. Stevie Johnson, man, dude, for what he got, I think he was like a round 5, round 6, and he played really well. But he didn't play that well. He didn't put up that. He wasn't that consistent. So put him on. Moving on. Listen, guys, you got to be excited about the signing. Emmanuel Sanders. Like you really do. Like this guy, been in the league like 10 seasons. Dude, man, he's had a lot of 1,000-yard seasons. He's won a Super Bowl. Like, what better guy to have in a locker room? He's a great route runner. I love John Brown. I really did love John Brown. But John Brown is not Emmanuel Sanders. We upgraded. No matter how anyone thinks about this, we definitely upgraded 100%. Emmanuel Sanders can do it all. He could play the slot. He's a really good route runner. He's lost a little speed, but he's not slow. Like, you know what I mean? Like John Brown lost speed too. They're probably the same speed. Like, really, you know, trust me. I hear some people saying Emmanuel Sanders can get 1,000 yards. I don't know about that. I don't know about 1,000 yards. Even with the extra game. Let me see here. Dwight, receiver core is crazy. Diggs, Sanders, Beasley, Davis. Yeah. Listen, we are deep in the receiving. Like good luck to the defenses that we play if Dable sticks with the receiver sets that he did last season. We're not a running team. It's just the way it is, and that's okay. You don't have listen. Today's day and age, football. There's not a lot of like running teams like that. Just they're based on the run, like run first. Like maybe Tennessee, I guess, but now they got Julio Jones, AJ Brown. I mean, I think they're kind of split now with the Julio Jones signing. Like they're not like a primary running team. Even Cleveland, who to me right now they have the best running back duo, right? I mean, even them, you know, I would say it's 50-50, right? It's not, so there's not really like, it's not like we were back in the day, right? Like in the 90s where it was just run the ball. It's just not, and I don't think we're built that way, man. And I don't think our offensive line, which is the most important thing, is built that way. Like they're not a good run blocking offensive line. They're just not. Let me see here. What do you think? What do you think? Who do you think will lead the Bills? Who do you think? Okay, so good question. Listen, Do we have like the best running backs in the league? No. Like let's be realistic. We don't. However, I feel like fans have dogged Devin Singletary a little bit too hard. They really did. And it disappoints me, and I've talked about this a million times, and I don't mind bringing it up. The way they treat Devin Singletary is unbelievable, and it is because it's weird because Bills Mafia normally, like, we love all our players, like we really do, like like we just do. Like, there's very few times that Bills fans will be like, I hate this guy, I don't like him, like just outgoingly say it, right? No matter what. And I kind of felt like Bills Mafia never liked Devin Singletary, even when he got drafted. I felt like Bills Mafia was like already like, oh, terrible pick. Oh, he played for FAU, oh, he's so small, blah, blah, blah. Like, why? Why him? We could have picked somebody different. So they're already mad about Devin Singletary, right? So like he was already like in like I mean, geez, poor guy, right? So what is he gonna do? He's gonna prove out. It was a rookie season. Dable was didn't really use him as much in the first, I would say, 5 games, first half of the season, let's say, almost. Frank Gore was mainly used. Don't get that, but okay. And what does Devin Singletary do? He gets 725 rushing yards. He averaged 5 yards a carry, tied with Derrick Henry for the league. I mean, what did you want from the guy who barely ran the ball? He averaged 5 yards a carry, almost 1,000 yards. He almost had 1,000 yards total yards. I think he had like 725 or 750 rushing and almost 200 receiving. That's fine. He was a 3rd-round pick. People acting like this guy was a 1st-round pick. Like, come on, man. Like, enough. And then you go into the 2020 season. We draft Zach Moss in the 3rd round. I was cool with it. I said, hey, I saw the video on him. He looked good. A little bowling ball, a little tough dude. Same size as Singletary. Same kind of not very fast, but fast enough where he can get some yards. Not as elusive as Devin Singletary, but he can still shake and bake a little bit. Fans automatically wanted him to be the RB1. Didn't see the guy play because we had no preseason. How the hell? No training camp, by the way. Couldn't even see the guy in training camp. So how do you know what this guy's going to do? Just by watching college film. Every college running back film looks great. They all look great. All of them. I could pull up anyone right now. Any random player. It's probably not even in the league, and pull up his college film, and he probably looked like a beast. And he probably got cut right away in the NFL and never made it. It's just reality. They all look. Of course, the film's going to look good. But fans, boy, because they didn't like Devin Singletary, but I don't get, because he had a pretty good rookie season, automatically want Zach Moss to run the ball. They want Zach Moss. He deserves the RB1. Why? What? I don't get it. I was like baffled. But who's going to be our lead? I still think the coach trusts Devin Singletary more than anybody that's on the roster running back. I think, listen, I'm hearing Matt Breida to start. Like, he's going to be, why? Why would Matt Breida be the RB1? First year on the team. He's still learning the playbook. He hasn't done anything in the last 3 seasons. He couldn't even play for the Dolphins, who were terrible on running. They didn't even use him. So I don't want to hear, oh, they didn't use him. That's why he played bad. No, they didn't use him because he probably was bad. Or why wouldn't that makes no sense. He probably just was not that good. Okay, he's fast. Yes, for sure. He's probably the fastest player in the NFL, or damn close to it. Okay, cool. Like I don't mind him as an RB2. Get him in there, whatever. Like some screen passes. That's cool. But he's not going to be RB1. Stop it already. McDermott. Have you guys noticed McDermott goes for the people he trusts? Right? Like no matter what, even if it's a fan, like fans are mad about it, he goes with the guy he trusts the most. Devin Singletary, he trusts the most. Over Zach Moss, yes. Over Breida, of course. Antonio Williams, he's interesting, but once again, he needs to prove himself. Preseason's going to be huge for those three guys. I think Devin Singletary, no matter what, he goes into the season as RB1. Could that change during the season? Sure. Of course it can. Anything could change. But right now, in my opinion, Dwight, Devin Singletary will lead the team in rushing. And I think this season will be better for the run game because a few things. The offensive line's coming in healthy. There's going to be training camp, like a real training camp, not like I'm on my, iPad and I'm talking to the coordinator from another room. We got to stay 6 feet apart. We get the training camp late. Training camp can only be for so long. This player's out because of COVID crap, whatever's going on, right? Shots all the time, blah, 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 blah. I mean, bro, last season was a disaster. I'm shocked that we got through it. I'll be honest with you, with the whole, because it just, I was surprised. NFL did a hell of a job, by the way. They did. That's why I don't get the whole new rule, but whatever. But yeah, there's a lot to that. And then we had terrible offensive line play. Feliciano wasn't even playing until like week 6 or something like that. We had what's his name? Winters, Brian Winters from the Jets. We picked up god awful penalties every play, holding, offsides. Yo, the line was a disaster as far as run blocking. I am shocked, to be honest with you, that they blocked as well as they did for Josh Allen. But this is a new season. That Winters guy is long gone. I don't know where the hell that guy's at, but he was bad. Cody Ford worries me, but we got the Forrest Lamp guy. He could fill in nice. Kind of like him. I can. Will Cody Ford even stay healthy? I mean, the way he's been, I doubt it. But we'll see. But yeah, I think the running game will be better this year if the line can stay healthy. That's one. And if Cody Ford can step up finally. I mean, that's important too, right? Because I trust Feliciano. Feliciano is definitely our number one running. He blocks the best for running. I think he does. He gets out on the edge good. He's a bulldog. Everybody else is, Deion Dawkins. Okay, Deion Dawkins, I'll take that back. Deion Dawkins is pretty good too. But everybody else, like Darrell Williams, I think is a really good pass blocker. Or run blocking, he's a little, that's why we use Lee Smith a lot. And we don't have Lee Smith anymore. And that's fine. Like, I wasn't a Lee Smith fan, to be honest with you. I mean, he was cool for Josh Allen. I'm glad he helped Josh Allen on the side, on the sideline, boosted him up, whatever, when he was down and out, right? But Josh don't need that no more, right? I think we'll be all right. But yeah, Devin Singletary, I think, and I believe too that I think you're gonna see Josh Allen run a lot less as each season goes on. They got to, man. They have to. I know we love it. I know we want to see it. It's part of his game. Don't get me wrong. But if you want to compare him to anybody, and you're going to compare him to Cam Newton, they're really close, man. As far as like arm talent, size, speed. Now Cam was a little bit quicker than Josh, a little faster. But man, Cam was a beast coming out of college, and he was really good for this first half of his career, right? But the hits, man, they took a toll on him. They did. Look at him. I don't care what he says now, that he's feeling like 100%, blah, blah, blah. Listen, his arm dies out midway through the season. It just does. And there's a reason for that, right? Like, there has to be. It's just he took too many hits running. Like, that takes a toll on you, man. And I don't want to see Josh Allen, like, 7 years into his career, slowing down because he's taking too many hits running the ball. Like, running here and there. It's cool. Like, yes, of course, you got to use that. Uh, that's part of Josh, but I feel like they're eventually going to cut that down each season. They got to, man, because I'm telling you guys, if you want Josh to be on his team long term, you can't have him run the ball as much, man. You can't. I mean, he's not. Listen, he's not a damn robot, right? Like he's not indestructible. You guys saw his rookie season. He got hit on the shoulder, not even running the ball, and he missed like what, right? 3-4 games. I mean, there's been plays like even last season where I'm like, Jesus, man, like his knees bending the wrong way. It's like, man, I mean, I get it's football, it can happen, but it's unnecessary, you know. And I kind of felt like, especially in the Kansas City game, like David was going back to that bullshit Josh Allen running the ball more than he should. And I just drives me nuts, man. Like you're gonna get the guy killed, man. Like I feel like Josh Allen runs the ball best when it's not like a play that's set up. When it's just him, like, backyard football, man. Like he makes his mind up to run. I feel like those are the plays I think Josh Allen does the best at as far as running. I feel like most of the time, like those scripted running plays, like, man, like they don't work all, like they'll work once and then we go to the well too often. And it's like he's getting killed, man. Let me see here. I hold my breath every time. Yeah, bro. Every time. Like every time. I love it. I do. I'm like, yeah, but it's like at the same time, it's like just like you said, it's like, oh God, right? Like, I don't care. He's big. Don't get me wrong. 6'5", whatever, big boy. But he's no linebacker. Right? Like, sure, he could take on a cornerback. Okay, I'll trust that. I think he could bulldoze it. And I'm sure he could bulldoze a linebacker. But even if he does, I'm telling you, that hurt a little bit. Like, that's not what he is built for. He is not a running back. Like, he's a quarterback. So you got to slow that down, man. Dable, please. And Dable, that's a whole nother story that I'll get to another time. So one thing I want to talk about real quick. So we're going to 17 games, which is so weird. It's so different, right? Like I've been used to 16 games forever. 17 games, man. Like, and then 3 preseason games. I don't know, man. Like I felt like the 3 preseason games is fine. 2 or 3, and then keep it at 16, man. Like I get it's about money. It is. Everything's about money. Right? NFL wants that money, man. The owners, it's not about even owners, man. They want that money. Gotta got that money, right? You can make more cap space. I get it. But at the same time, it's like, oh man, like I love football. Don't get me wrong. I wish football was around all year. But I get it. These players, man, they're human, man. They take hit. This is not basketball. This is not baseball. These guys are slamming into each other, right? Going like 15 miles an hour, 20 miles. I mean, I don't care wearing pads or not, right? You're hitting a human being over and over and over and over and over for 60 minutes. And then you got to do it again 1 week later. Imagine the offensive line and defensive linemen. All they do is stay in the trenches and just bang, boom, 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 boom. Yo, like these guys got to do this for 17 games now. Like that's wild to me. So I could definitely see more injuries for sure. Even though I know it's 1 game more, how bad could it be? It could be bad. It could be. I mean, when does this stop? 18 games, 19 games? I mean, like, is this it? NFL? Like, are we done at 17? And then also, not only that, the NFL records. Like, I feel bad for these like Hall of Famers, these guys that set records, right? And all these records are gonna probably get beat, right, in time because it's extra game, right? Like that would be like if basketball, right, decided, instead of 82 games, we're gonna have, I don't know, let's do 102 games. Of course, records are gonna be broken. Of course, like, and it's I don't know, man. Like, I don't think it's right, man. I don't think that's fair. Like, man, these guys, like, really, like, can you say that's fair? I don't know, man. Like, it's kind of crappy, man. Because people are like single season records, they're gonna get broken, man. Especially nowadays, like quarterbacks, it's a pass heavy league, right? And these guys that set like major records through the seasons, regular seasons, their records are going to get beat because there's an extra game. Is it fair? I mean, I'm going to say no, man. Like, think about it. Home run record. There was like extra games, 25 more games or something. Of course, it's going to get beaten. Yes, of course. So I don't know, man. Like I just feel like it's just too much, man. Like, and I love football, but like 16 games, man, for these players, I think was enough. I'm shocked that the NFLPA agreed just to take a preseason game away. Like they should have took a preseason game away anyways. Like 3 is good, man. Like it is. And really, let's be real here. The preseason games are only for guys that are trying to make the team or rookies trying to get, trying to get used to the NFL, how the speed, blah, blah, blah. Right. Like I get that. And I like, and I listen, I'm a fan of preseason. I do like, because I like to see guys that are trying to make the team. It's interesting. It is. Cause like you want to root for that guy. You want to see that guy ball out in preseason that wasn't maybe even supposed to be good or undrafted player or whatever. Like, and especially, I'm gonna say this preseason here is gonna be a wild one for Buffalo Bills because we're so deep in a lot of positions. Not now, there's some positions we're not. Like, I don't think we're deep in cornerback. You know what I mean? Like cornerback is like I like Levi Wallace, I do, but it's like after that, it's like, okay, like mm. He also was pulled last season, like for Dane Jackson. And Dane Jackson, I think, was pulled for Teron Johnson and the Teron or something like that. Teron Johnson was benched and then he came back because of an injury. Like it's the same team as far as the cornerbacks go. Like we didn't do anything as far as upgrading. So I kind of like, but everything else kind of is. Oh, and that and offensive line too. Sorry, but wide receiver room, we are freaking jam packed. We are jam packed. There's going to be cuts that I'm not going to like because I like the guys. Like I like Kumaro, right? I like Duke Williams. They're not making the team. They're just not. Isaiah McKenzie, I really like. He's like a Swiss Army knife. I don't think he'll be cut, but it could happen. It could. I mean, if Marquez Stevenson balls out, how many receivers are you going to have on a 53? And then even if you want to say, okay, put him on the practice squad. Well, guys, teams can pick up players in the practice squad. Like we could lose those players, right? Like if Jake Kumaro goes on a practice squad, and I'm not saying Jake Kumaro is, this a great receiver, but he could start in the NFL on a certain team that needs help on receiving, right? They need depth or whatever. I could definitely see him being picked up, right? Isaiah McKenzie, for sure. No doubt about it. Oh, the guy can do multiple things: kick return, punt return, help on the offense. I think he didn't get enough credit for what he did last season. He just didn't. I felt like also that we didn't use him much in the playoffs, which I didn't understand because I felt like he helped out the team a lot on offense. He did. Teams' defenses had to always worry about McKenzie running in the backfield. Is he going to get the ball? Is he going to get a jet sweep? Okay, no. Okay, is he going to do a flea flicker? Is he going deep? There were so much things we did with Isaiah that teams always had to, okay, damn, we got to, all right. And if they didn't watch him, he was going to score a touchdown probably because Josh, you saw that in a couple of games. Josh would go deep to him. He could do it. You saw the Dolphin game, what he did there. And by the way, it wasn't like the Dolphins were god awful. 10 wins. I think they were like a top 10 defense, top 5 maybe even. Like that was a good defense. And He dogged them, right? So, yeah. And then you got the running backs, which, like I said, I think Singletary's one, but then you got Antonio Williams, which also, to my point, played great against the Dolphins, who were a good defense, and he dogged them. And what I like about Antonio Williams is he is different than every single running back we got on this team. He's taller, he's bigger. I think he has pretty good speed. It's going to be interesting because I think one of those running backs got to get cut. Can't have 4 running backs. Can't have it. So, very interesting preseason. Well, guys, hey, I appreciate you guys hopping on. I'll be on. I apologize, by the way. I should have been on at 7, but I got tied up buying some new furniture. And hey, by the way, one more thing, guys, if you guys are still watching, I also go live every Monday and Thursday on Breaking Tables podcast. They're on YouTube and Facebook. We go live at 7:00 Monday and Thursday. It's a really fun show. It's just basically like just 3 dudes just drinking beer, talking Buffalo Bills. What more could you want? And we just have a blast, man. Brian runs it, and he got Tampa Neal. And I'm on there every Monday and Thursday with him, man, just having a blast. And yeah, you guys got to hop onto that show too. It's different, man. It's not like the rest of what you're, maybe used to, or even this show. It's just we're just basically having a great time, man. So tune in Monday, Thursday, 7 p.m. Breaking Tables podcast. You can check them out, like I said, YouTube and Facebook. Also, I may have some new news coming out. I don't know yet, so I won't really speak on it, but I'm hoping it's pretty good news for me. But anyways, Bills Mafia #1. Peace.